The clever monkey painted his face with flashy makeup, ready to storm into the glittering casino and flaunt his tricks. His confidence came from a secret 4 cunning geese hidden in his coat. After leaving the vast plains of Africa, they had smuggled heaps of gold into Morocco. Using advanced gadgets, they managed to win staggering amounts inside the casino. Yet back in Africa, the lion, the elk, and their companions still waited for the monkey and the geese to return. But waiting wasn't the answer. At last, the brothers resolved to sail all the way to Morocco, determined to bring the geese back and then head together to New York. With no proper transport, the animals had no choice but to swim toward the dazzling casino lights. Little did they know, King Zaro was secretly following. Reaching the rooftop, each animal sized up the entryway according to their shape. First, the lion and hippo climbed down. Then the giraffe barely squeezed through the dragon-shaped spout. Only the hippo lagged behind, stuck halfway, until a false scare passed. Next, the lion used his sharp claws to slice open the glass, while the hippo pressed it down with his massive feet. Through the crowd, they spotted the geese instantly. The lion prepared to leap down to catch them, but suddenly King Zaro yanked off a live wire. Sparks flew, panic spread, and everyone scattered. The hippo growled in protest. This wasn't the plan. They tried to flee, but before anyone could move, the heavy casino gates slammed shut. Luckily, the sturdy Mira donkey had already crafted a hidden escape path. With the geese's help, they barely broke free and tipped off the Animal Control Bureau. The bureau's head, Captain Darvo, was overjoyed. Collecting exotic animal trophies was his obsession, and now only the lion's head would complete his collection. But when he reached the casino, the animals had vanished. His nose twitched like a bloodhound's, pressing against the ground until he locked onto their trail. Guided by precision, Darvo soon closed in. Realizing danger, the geese ordered a stop. The group was ambushed, yet Darvo pressed on with unshakable resolve, chasing them on his roaring motorcycle. He even leapt onto their moving car. The geese showed no mercy. They activated a secret device that blasted him backward, hurling him off the vehicle. But the animals, speeding too fast, veered off-road and crashed onto a rooftop. The car dangled at the edge, seconds from falling. They scrambled out just in time, while King Zaro trailed behind. Luckily, the monkey appeared with a plane, and they took off. But Darvo wasn't finished. His motorcycle came roaring once again. Alarmed, the geese urged the monkey to launch an attack. The animals thought this was their escape, but they underestimated Darvo's tenacity. He refused to surrender. The lion slashed a rope with his claws, believing that would end it. Instead, it only fueled Darvo's madness. Then the plane spiraled downward, nosediving, before smashing vertically into the ground. By sheer fortune, everyone survived. Their crash, however, attracted swarms of police. To avoid capture, they bolted, stumbling into a train station. Hoping to sneak away, they tried boarding a train, only to find it belonged to a traveling circus troupe. A gruff tiger barred the door, unwilling to trust strangers. Left with no option, Arion the giraffe claimed they too were circus performers. Out of pity, the kind-hearted acrobat Baumei convinced the tiger to let them join. For now, they were safe. But suspicion lingered. The tiger doubted them, and the circus master would surely resist. Their uneasy peace was broken when 4 geese swooped from the sky, revealing themselves as the troupe's hidden owners. The next day, Rose and the she-wolf disguised themselves as wealthy buyers and officially purchased the circus. At last, they had their own stage. Their plan: travel back to New York while performing shows. But the shadow of Darvo loomed closer, sniffing after their trail. To keep the circus alive, each animal honed a unique talent. But unbeknownst to them, Darvo had already reached Rome. Hijacking a French police motorcycle, he attempted another chase only to be hilariously tangled in chained-up bikes, ending in police custody. The troupe, meanwhile, failed miserably on stage. Audiences demanded refunds, and the animals found themselves penniless. Their only hope was to dazzle sponsors with a breathtaking performance, one powerful enough to earn passage home. But their act was pitiful. Then, from the dusty posters, they learned the troupe's tragic past. Long ago, the star was Leonard the tiger, master of flaming hoops. Obsessed with pushing limits, his hoops grew smaller, tighter, until his final act, a blazing ring slicked with oil, ended in disaster, leaving his body scarred and his spirit broken. From then on, the circus fell into ruin. Hearing this, Arik the lion inspired the others to rebuild. With passion, they trained relentlessly. Meanwhile, Darvo escaped police custody through a cunning ruse, tunneling beneath his cell. Using the police database, he uncovered Arik's secret identity, a celebrity lion from New York's Grand Zoo. A wicked grin spread across his face. His hunt had a clear purpose now. By the time the troupe reached London, the sponsor himself attended. The show's success would decide their fate. To restore Leonard's courage, Arik gave him a heartfelt push. You may have lost faith in yourself, but your friends haven't. Will you hide in the shadows forever, or leap through that tiny blazing hoop and reclaim who you are? With trembling steps, Leonard roared, charged, and soared through the fiery ring. The crowd erupted in gasps and thunderous applause. Inspired, the others performed brilliantly, winning the sponsor's favor. A contract was signed, their future was secure. But just then, Darvo stormed in, waving a poster that exposed Arik's true origins. The audience recoiled. Darvo tried dragging Arik away, but the geese ambushed, knocking down his men. In a final trick, they stuffed Darvo into a cannon and blasted him skyward. Peace returned, yet cracks formed among the friends. Baumei confronted Arik. Why had he hidden his zoo past? Trust was shaken. Days later, the animals finally returned to New York. Arik gazed at his old zoo, but what once felt like home now seemed cold, empty. The circus days had given them real joy, real family, so they decided to return. But suddenly, thwip, a dart struck. Darvo had returned, stronger, ruthless, with tranquilizers ready. This time, only King Zaro dodged. When Darvo aimed to finish Arik, the zoo manager burst in, mistaking him for a rescuer. The city celebrated the return of their animals, rewarding Darvo with $1 million. But money meant nothing to him, only trophies. While no one noticed, he aimed another poisoned dart at Arik. At the last instant, Baumei shielded him, saving his life. Then the geese appeared with circus reinforcements, lifting the entire stage into the sky with hot air balloons. A spectacular aerial show began. The tiger, the elephant, the geese all joined forces. Darvo countered with weapons, even grappling onto a rope mid-air. Arik launched into the sky, battling him claw to hand. The struggle swayed dangerously above the crowd. In the climax, Arik cried out, summoning the dogs who had long awaited him. Together they caught him mid-fall, while hurling Darvo into the depths of the zoo he once hunted. Finally, the chase ended. The family was free. Thank you for watching.